So here's the part that I've designed. It's a hanger to go on the bottom of this thing. So at the bottom down here, it catches on the lip there, and then it goes underneath and around the back. So this catches on the front, this catches on the back, and then there's like a little shelf that I can put a beam across. So I modeled that, and then I moved it over to the slicing software that takes the object information and turns it into a layer by layer kind of print. So it figures out how to do all of that, and then from there I put it onto a memory card, and I put that memory card into the printer, and the printer, just like this, is creating that object. You can see here's the front catch and the rear catch, and if I get in just close, you can see there's some support material just at the bottom there. So that's to build on top of, because the hook doesn't actually kind of touch the bed. So it actually builds a support structure so that it can print on top of it. So yeah, it's fun to watch this thing. This part is going to take about 2 hours. This is kind of the third prototype. It's super fast. You know, to be able to figure out that something isn't going to work, you can just immediately, it takes me a couple seconds or minutes to adjust the model and then kick it back over to the printer again. So yeah, it's fun. Okay, so that just got done. It took 2 hours, 10 minutes to print, and hopefully we'll be able to easily pull this off. Sometimes it's easier than others. There we go. And so it just comes off the print bed like that. There's kind of it uses the rest of this adhesion. So that's why it's got kind of that brim around it. I'll clean that up real quick. Okay, and there's the finished part. It's quite durable. I mean, it's plastic. It's it's going to be able to hold stuff up. So I got this set up, and this just sluts onto there, and it catches on the lip in there, and then around the back. If I can see what I'm doing, there it goes. So there we go. It's in place, and now I can hang things. I need to print another one of these, but I'll be able to hang things underneath it when it's mounted on the wall. Alright, so playing around with it, I found that it's a little bit weak with this hook right here. That's kind of a weak point right there. So what I've done is gone over to the computer again and just extended the hook a little bit to get a better grip. But also I noticed that with this being offset, with this not sitting flush against where it's going to be, it's actually going to have a rotation. As this pulls down, this part here is going to want to rotate around that point right there. So I've decided to bring that in a little bit so that it sits flush against the drawers. So that should now, as it pulls down, it should pull down a lot straighter on this section right here. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit stronger, and I've also widened this a little bit as well because it just needs to be a little bit stiffer. So that took me a moment, and I've already sent it over to the printer, now I just get to hang out and check back on it in a couple of hours. And it's all set up. The design was good. It clipped on really well. I'm tempted to take this down to show, but it clipped on really well at the back. I'm very confident about it. I mean, it's yeah, I'm pulling down pretty hard on that. If it were to carry any more, then this would carry more than the rest of the shelves, and I don't want that. So yeah, now I can just string just a span across there and put my wires on there and that kind of thing, just to keep them up off of the desk. And bonus, this was the first thing that I kind of created with the 3D printer, as you can maybe able to tell, but each of these little bits right here is a segment. So I just printed out a bunch of segments, designed this cowl very briefly, very quickly, and what you can't see is that this is actually transparent 3D printed lens as well. So I've actually printed the cover for the lights, and also the insides, just a few LEDs, and that goes down to a power supply beneath the desk. But so this is 100% 3D printed as well, other than copper wire in there to stiffen it up. But that keeps the workspace really well lit. So yeah, the fun of 3D printing. I'm quite proud of that, and I think it's going to last a long time.